What's up, Tony? Damn, Tony's typing in chat before he even went live on my end. Good lord. Homeboy is on it. Oh, it's like not Christmas anymore. Never mind. That's not a game title. I just typed out Farming Simulator 25, and they said that's not a game title. And I just typed in farming, and it's like Farming Sim 25. What's up, Chad the lad? How are you doing? My New Year was good. Can't complain. How was yours, sir? Sure. Sure. There we go. I was like, why can't I find Farm Sim 25 playlist? I'm alright. First stream of the new year, and it's a little bit chaotic already. All that looks right. This guy, that's me. That's me. Save that. And I think everything's good to go. So we start farming. And there's gonna be no landscaping in this stream, I promise. Unless PJs wants me to go fix his disaster. But I did in the between last Friday and this Friday, I took time and I finally set up the farm. So we got the big silos back. I got my buildings over here. I had to add another mod in to get the color options to pop up for some of them, so that's why it didn't look great. But I kind of I'm hung up on this. I think it's called raw iron gray. I think is the color it's called. So we have the gray with black around the bottom, black roof with white trim. I don't know. I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks a lot. So we got that, and then I moved my house. There's a clump of trees here, and I went and cut them down and moved my house back here. We're in a gated community here, so no JTs get in. I want to get in there anyway. I hate that from game. This nice little area, but it's on my own. Anyway, we're back to we're gonna get some farm done. Like I said, the only way I do any landscaping is if PJs wants me to fix this disaster, which I can. I can fix it. I can make it look pretty instead of whatever this is. I mean, we'd eat into some fields, which we really don't need. But yeah, I can make this look nice. But I'm not gonna fix it unless he asks. Unless he asks, I'm not gonna do it. If this is what he likes, this is what he likes. But yeah, I can make this look real nice. If he just turns the reins over to me for a few hours. What's up, Austin? How are you doing, sir? JT, I'm up to 10.5 million. I would have been up to probably 11.5 by now if I didn't buy the acid lab. But I did those quests, and then I had to start producing acid. You gotta buy the $750,000 upgrade. So I bought the $750,000 upgrade, and I'm up to almost 200,000 for acid. So I got that going for me. I mean, does he honestly really ever spend time at his? He did the last map. He had it all set up for silage. Like he just had silage pits in his backyard. So he did last map. So fantastic, you Phoenix. I'm pretty good. Today was a bit chaotic, to say the least. Oh man. I just wanted to get some stuff done today, and the whole thing just went off the rails because neighbors. But we'll see how it turns out. I'm pretty sure it won't stick, but I'm pretty sure, or else we'll see how it turns out. What's up, Brandon? Happy New Year to you, sir. This is a gorgeous little pond. Kind of wish I had room to put my house out here. Just put like a... I wish they had more decorations out for Farm Sim 25 compared to what they have now. Like you just put like a little like bridge out to the center. Just raise that out a little bit. Put a little gazebo in the center of that with a little bridge that you can walk out and sit on the gazebo. That'd be nice, right? I'm hoping to be around tomorrow, but not sure. I'm just got off work because they decided at noon to go make us pre-treat. So who knows? If I work another 12 tomorrow. I won't be around as late tomorrow because my wife's their hours changed, so they're closing an hour earlier. So she gets off at 9:30 instead of 10:30 now. So I'll be around in the afternoon. I was going to do finish my winter runs, my winter Wonderland runs in the afternoon. But if you're around tomorrow, I'd say like 6 or 7. I didn't say that for the meme, I swear. That's the most annoying thing, but between 6 and 7 my time, which would be like 5 to 6 your time, until like 9:30, which would be like 8:30 your time, I can get some GTA in. I said Happy New Year first, so you're supposed to say Happy New Year to you as well, bitch. What's up, Jessica? How are you? I really need to clean my windscreen here. I just realized it's looking pretty rough. Stopping all that stuff from getting in. Okay, if I don't have to work, I'll message you. Roger that. Roger that. Chip chip cheerio. Are you getting them random snowstorms too? Well, I shouldn't say a storm. We've had 2 days this week where we just randomly got like between like a dusting and an inch of snow, and by the time it like gets to be like late morning, it's all gone. It's happened twice this week. I'm good as well, Jesse. Thanks for asking. Man, that's a long way to go around. I just realized that. Holy hell. I didn't realize these two were connected. We got random snow Sunday, but no one knows anything more. Anything anymore? Yeah, it was just like, it wasn't forecasted whatsoever. My wife wakes up and she's like, it's snowing outside. And it's coming down pretty hard, but we only get like between a coating and an inch. And then, what was it, the next day I woke up and I had a Ring doorbell notification and it was like, unexpected winter squall or something like that heading your way. And again, for like a good hour, it just this guy I used to work with, like, that had a lot of dandruff, And it's just like he was scratching his head. That's when I say and it snows hard. But it came down really hard for like an hour, and it was like a dust until an inch, and then by late morning it was all gone. It melted all away. Just randomly. That wasn't in the forecast. Nothing was said about it until it started happening. It was like, hey, by the way, it's snowing. Why does that truck look all jank? We got 5 inches, and then Monday going to be in the mid 40s. That's what the when I was doing laundry today, one of the older black ladies over there, she was going on about. She's like, you know, it's supposed to be in the 50s next week. She goes, I'm freezing in here now. She goes, and it's supposed to be in the 50s next week. But she goes, we got a storm coming. There's snow coming. She goes, ain't gonna be any of these little ones. There's gonna something significant gonna happen. I can feel it. It's coming. We'll see. So you know what's gonna happen when it does come? I'm gonna be sitting in that apartment. I ain't going out anywhere. But I don't blame you there. We had the other morning bad enough out front. The camera facing our front door couldn't even see the house. Yeah, it was like it just for like an hour. It came down really hard. Really hard. It was like whiteout conditions, but then by time late morning came around, it was all melted away. Did I park my truck in the wrong neighborhood or something? Like, what the heck? What is that shit? What? Oh, this had an update. So I guess it broke on the update. Well, we're just gonna take and sell this. Tony put it together before I did. Yeah, he put it. What's the difference between? I don't remember. I think I might switch it to the Freightliner. Problem is here, you never know if it's actually snow or it's cocaine. Yeah, someone's just bringing in a shipment of cocaine, like a huge, oh my god, a huge box truck, and just gets smacked by a train. And that's how you get a white Christmas. Wait, what truck are you using? Oh, you're using Freightliner. See? Okay. Great minds. Great minds. I didn't do it. Oh, saving. He basically has it now in different trucks with the Semi and the X2, X3. Okay. I really wish he'd put his Mac out. Or his version, I guess. That can get squirrely with no tires on the back of it. Anyone just tuning in is just like, is this GTA? Oh my god. Yeet. Okay, so dude, I think I might go with this one. It's just the X2 frame, right? Cats around tonight or not this weekend? I don't know. I didn't show up last night. I just got home, going to eat something, take a shower, and go to bed. All right, good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Hope the brand doesn't bite. Actually, do they have the steel? We do. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Bye. Yes. I just wish I could make this orange. It's the only downfall. I need to see if I can get in there and find a way to enable the custom colors on this. Or at least add the same color. Which I know how to do that. I know how to add colors to it. Being able to make it a custom color would be great. What map is that? It's Alma, Missouri. Alma, A-L-M-A, however you pronounce it. I'll call it Alma. But I mean, you can Alma, however. The PJs didn't say anything about not being around this week, so it's 50-50 with him. I honked at him. Thank you. I'm getting a good computer soon. Well, this map isn't extremely demanding. It's on mod up, so it's not like a computer hog. So. Okay, had a question for him? Oh, good lord. That never ends well. I like my little livestock area over here. I don't know about this one. We have to go with the other Freightliner. Is it because of the stack? Is that why there's that gap there? And it hangs off that? Oh, the bed. Okay. Oh, the bed's had an update too. That's right. Well, hopefully I can recover this wheat. There's trailers. Oh. We'll do no flaps for that one. Actually, I kind of like that. Does this come with mother now? Do it do the X3? Oh, yeah. I think we're going to. I think we're going to. We might have to wait and sell this other bed before then. Let's see what it looks like on this one. Got a tri-drive? I don't think so. Hello, I just got on this video. Well, welcome, Brittany Hopkins. How are you? That looks a little bit better. So maybe we sell off that Freightliner too and go with another one of these. I like the way it looks better. Of course, it's going to be a whole different bed. Okay. Can you do a tri-drive on this Freightliner? Been sub since 2024. Well, welcome. I just don't like the gap. Doesn't look right. I mean, it's probably the same on the old Freightliner, but at least you have another stack on the other side to hide it. We'll hook it. Before we sell this Freightliner, we'll hook it up to the other one and see what it looks like. It looks a little bit better, then we'll keep it. Oh, you're gonna break PJ's heart. He wanted to do that field. I just realized he's harvesting the field PJ's wanted to do. Pretty much watch your videos every day. Well, I appreciate you. been subscribed since he's playing FS22. There's been people that's been subscribed since I was playing Farm Sim 15. Tony's one of, I think Tony's been around since at least Farm Sim 17, I believe. Other than your red's not matching, that's a pretty slick looking truck there. Oh, I didn't want to customize it, I just wanted to sell it. You know what we'll do is we'll get rid of the stack on this as well. And see if that makes it look any better. Because if it's still a huge gap, I'm not worried about it. Low exhaust. Customize. Yes. Yep, brand new one's been around for ages. Captain was subscribed before I even hit my first 100 subscribers. Yeah, I don't like that. Alright, we're gonna get rid of this and buy another old Freightliner. I mean, technically I could just get my old Freightliner and bring it over here if we don't have that much money. Because what's this gonna set us back? Is the real question. 65,000. I don't like those. Those is what I'm going for. Yeah, I don't think we'll do the single on that one. No fenders. We want the horns. We want the antennas. Cab handles, sure. Hood mirrors, yeah, because they don't look as goofy as they do on the other one. Bye-bye. Okay, bye. What even was that? Frame step. No. Headache rack, no. Bull bar. Nah, not on this one. Company logo, no. Leave it out. Mud flap logos. Do Freightliner. This one we can make orange. Not an orange I particularly care for, but it's orange. Legendary purple. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like eggplant color. Maroon effect. Huh. Coral. Coral! Dark green. Let's make it the color of the condo. Hydros for trailer. Fine. Fine, I'll take it off. I mean, I guess I'll go with it. I don't particularly care for that color orange. It's like a burnt orange color. buy it. How much? Oh, and the oranges aren't going to match, are they? Oh, yeah, we might have to make it black. That looks, I like that look a lot better. It's just the oranges don't match, so we might have to go make it all black. The cab, and then how much is this gonna set us back? For wait, there isn't an X3. Okay. Alright, so we've got some modifications to do here with an extremely tight budget. Oh boy. Alright, so we need to customize this first. We need to make this the X2. Customize, yes. Then this, we need to customize and make it black. Yes. Customize. Alright. We need to hook back up to this. And we need another box. We need mud flaps on this one. Just back flaps. Make it black. With the orange going down the center. Bam. With 14 grand left to spare. But we got one hell of a grain set up here. Oh, I love this. I love this way more than I liked the Volvo. You don't need a 3X box for a 3X trailer? No, you need an X2 for X... Wait. Was that not an X3? Or X2? This is X2. That's what I got. The X2 trailer, right? Did I not just modify it to be X2? Am I not on it properly? There we go. They don't have an X3 version of this. I guess the Brandon Pup trailer works with the, was it Wrinkler box? Is that what it was called? Winkler? Not Wrinkler. Because it's X2 or X2 or X3. I got the X3 because I was going to get this box in X3, but they don't have an X3 box. So this one is just X2. testing? Okay. For some reason, my mic just randomly goes staticky. It's happened during recordings too. Not quite sure what the cause is yet. Why would you stop? Why? You see a freaking semi truck rolling your direction. Why do you stop? Love the horn on this thing too. Yeah, for some reason my mic just... I don't know, ever since the one Windows update, like my audio... I guess my audio driver's just all out of whack. I did the whole thing to see if there was an update, and there wasn't. I need to check that again, because there's times when I've been recording and my mic just randomly does that, the static. Oop, that was not the right button. I just want to open the cover. Somehow I jumped out. Both of these being unrealistic, I'm probably never going to fill this thing. My mic just completely went out there. I had like static in my ears. Okay, so now it's in the game. The hell? I guess I'll just try restarting the game. Let me just check real quick. There's no guarantee of me starting this backup is gonna. We'll see. Y'all let me know if that's loud. Do 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 do. All right, Real Tech Audio Driver. They haven't been updated since 2024. Mm. Mm. Does it tell me what version? Oh, this is a no. That's a newer version. The newer version than what's listed on the website. What? We'll have to look at that after. Is it loud? Are you guys getting feedback? I'm good, Redneck. How are you? For me, like, there's in the game audio, desktop audio, it's like a bunch of spikes. I know the birds in the game aren't that dang loud. See what I'm talking about? Okay. Well, if it's fine on your end, is it the game loud compared to me? 'Cause on my end, it looks like it's going nuts in the stream audio stuff. That's fine. All right. We'll roll with it then. If you just see the bars on Oh, OBS is there. Spazzing. Starting to wonder if we should just treat these as two separate fields. Because I'm pretty sure by the time we do our... Yeah, that's how it's going to be. By the time we do our 2 rows around, these are just going to be connected. Anybody got any interesting New Year's resolutions? Why does CB handle orange? That's a massive field Tony's in. Holy shiitake mushrooms. That must be why PJ's was so eager to start with it. It's just massive. Is there anything that's good to sell currently? We can make soybeans low. Wheat on the rise. What about, I don't think I have any, faster turnarounds for projects. Find a better job. That's a good one. Brother. So wait, what do you do now? What are you looking to do? Isn't that your goal or your resolution for every single year? Brandon, just saying. Brandon, I think what your resolution should be, if you're trying to find someone, your resolution should be lowering your standards a little bit. Just saying. They're not that high. They kind of are. Picture you showed us of you with the two girls and the one you said you had a crush on, and then we said we should have tried with the other one. You said ill to, and there was nothing wrong with her. There was nothing wrong with her whatsoever, unless she's like I don't know, known for something weird that you never told us. There was nothing wrong with her. You said ill. Welcome to the party of single life. Brand's never been out of it. Was that the PJs? Well, there's your answer. He's here. You really want to make his day, Brandon? Ask him about his plaque. You really want to make his start New Year off right? Just ask him about his plaque. You know what? I don't think I'm in Discord. I am not. I am now. Brad, did you forget that you showed us pictures of the woman you've been messaging on Instagram and everything? Did you forget that whole night?
And also that was a long time ago, so...
That was just a couple of years ago.
Well, people change.
Okay. I believe it when I see it.
I know, I will too.
Just make sure you check for a driver's license, so you're not sitting with a roomie in New York.
Okay, first off, I'm not that desperate to get late, so...
To be fair, he wasn't either.
I mean, he did get clear up to New York from Indiana, so...
Yeah, he sought out a specific flavor.
And look what happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm not that person.
It started off with him being picky with the women that lived around him. So, just putting that out there.
But also, I'm not JT's best friend, so...
What's that have to do with the price of tea in China?
JT's friend might be a tea dealer.
No. JT always called him his best friend. Every time anything happened, it was JT's best friend. And look what happened.
JT didn't have
hates
anything
me,
to do with
so-
it. Your tie-in's
I
not
get it,
making
I get it.
sense.
He's throwing shade at JT.
Yeah, but that kind of shade is what gets a snowplow at your front door. Him beating your ass. That's not good shade.
He don't
That's
even
very,
know who's
very
on.
bad shade.
Yeah. Yeah. You get two people that aren't going to leave their states. So,
If you just put together what he just tried to put together, that might make JT a little
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
homicidal. So that's I
I
mean,
piss him off every time I even talk, so.
yeah, but you just looped him in with the fuck up of the
No.
party. Yeah, you
He
just
just
said
always
that.
called him his best friend. Best
Yeah, but
friend's
you
him.
just said that you're not his friend, so you wouldn't do that. Like I said, insinuating that being JT's friend had something to do with what he eventually did. So
But also, he never listened to you guys to actually not go up there, so. You guys told him
and
all
we told him
right?
that what was her name? Church girl was interested in him, and he denied it. And just like we told you that the brunette girl was interested, and you denied it. So, I mean, there's connections there. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
good evening, PJs.
Oh, yeah. Good evening. I'm stuck at 90%.
I didn't do it.
That's better than
Compiling
99%.
these, yeah, compiling these shaders.
At 90%?
Yeah. 0 of 2.
Oh, so you're actually you're loading shaders. You're not stuck.
I'm not loading them. I'm compiling them.
Same thing. You know.
Yeah, but no, it's been at 90% since I got in here.
Oh.
Yeah. Have to try it again.
For some reason, I feel like and there's no way to change that in here, is there? I feel like my game sounds are loud,
Here for a little bit.
or they're quiet.
Yeah. Some unfortunate news for our cat.
Doesn't like the record player.
No, I wish. Actually, doesn't mind it. Actually, like since we moved into the house, like it just doesn't care. She doesn't care about any of the noises or anything. Like I was listening to like Led Zeppelin, and I like had it cranked up almost all the way, and she just like sits there. I mean, before she would have ran into another room or something. But yeah, since Christmas she was looking a little off. And like acting a little weird. And so I took her to the vet. And it kind of just like quickly went downhill. So we found out that she's only got like a little bit of time left.
Dang.
I know. It went from like perfectly fine to
What is it? Just the disorder that's catching up, or
well, like it could be a couple things, but like we can't really know for sure unless we do like a
under general
full-blown
settings.
endoscopy and colonoscopy, which is like $8,000.
Ah, there it is. Thank you, Tony.
But it's either like we got an ultrasound,
Turn that down to 60.
and there's just like a lot of inflammation like around the GI area, and it's just a lot of like scar tissue and everything. So it seems like it's been something that has built up over time, but the damage that's been done already has like either led to like lymphoma or like basically like an IBD. Yeah, I know. So yeah, it's just like a rough few days, mostly because like in order to bring her to the vet in the first place, like we have to sedate her, but she wasn't eating. So it wasn't possible to sedate her. So I did just like it was just so looked so awful that I was like, I don't really care. So I just jammed her in the cat carrier and brought her down there. Then she had to go through like blood draws and like a urinalysis and stuff, just not medicated. and then we brought her home and she was like traumatized. And then it was bad enough.
What you doing to me?
the vet that we saw that day. It was also like our first time at a new vet in town. And she was so concerned that she's like, she's like, everywhere's gonna be closed because it's New Year's Eve, but you can go to like the mass vet, and like you need to get an ultrasound like immediately. So we had to go down there. So my wife had to drug her up with that, and that was like super traumatic. Then brought her down, and I guess they had to like, I don't know, all the tests that they did down there, and then they did an ultrasound and then put her out for it. So she had like sedatives on top of sedatives in her system and came back, and she was like sitting under our couch for 2 days, like pissing everywhere, all over itself. Yep. Yeah, so it like finally came out today. But we gotta get it on a track to getting a little bit better. For now. The longest gonna work. But anyways, this is my sob story for the...
That's where my dad's, well, she's getting old, but they say that she goes days without eating, but she still wanders around.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, like, now because of what it is, like, we have to give her steroids. And it's basically, like, she's going to live as long as the steroids are effective. And once they stop being effective, then we have to put her down. So... like that's also part of the problem. It's like she just came out today and was like starting to trust us again, and like 6 o'clock hit, and it's like, all right, we have to give you meds now, which involves like pinning her down and jamming like prednisone in her mouth. So
you guys are dicks.
Right back at, I know. She's like, I started trusting you again. And then she's like back under the couch, and it's like, oh man, I'm just, like so sorry. My wife and I were just both like borderline tears. It's like, we're so sorry. It's tough not to feel bad.
Yeah. But is that my dad's cat, like she's just like all like her back when she walks out, her back, you can see her spine, her back, she's just getting that frail. And it's just like, oh, it's so savage. And she said that there's days where she can't touch her because she hurts so bad, but other days she comes in just strolling in just fine. It's like she has her good days and bad days. So
that's the biggest thing that we've been having to learn. And like, you know, my wife's just a very caring person, like very empathetic. And so she's like, this cat's miserable. We need to do whatever we can to make it better. And so she's like under the couch, like, you know, feeding it, trying to give it treats and like trying to do everything. And it's just like, not just like put out some food, put out some water, and like, let's just get the F away. And like, sure enough, it worked. They just do stuff at their own pace. It's just like, cats aren't like dogs.
Yep.
And but unfortunately, she doesn't have a whole lot of like weight to work with in terms of like wiggle room for losing weight. So that's kind of because like on a good day, she's like maybe 7.5 pounds. And then when I brought her in on Tuesday, and they weighed her, and she was like 6.8, and I was like, oh Jesus! Like any more, and she might just like disintegrate.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, the annoying thing too is like the timing. For several reasons, like my own selfish reasons of just like supposed to be like the downtime for the world, like Christmas and New Year's. Like, nobody works, nobody does anything. I was working, but it was supposed to be like relaxing.
Yeah, it's like, nah, nothing. Fuck that, bro. We got new issues to deal with.
Yeah. He's like, it looked like you were actually about to relax for once in like the past year. Let me just go ahead and stop eating.
Throw a curveball into your plans right now.
Yeah. Stomach hurts.
Teach you to complain about my meowing again, bitch.
I know. And I already went through the whole guilt trip of like, I don't know, like we've already gone through like the anticipatory grief of like coming to terms with the fact that like, you know, she's only 8, so she's like halfway through her life. So it's like for her to not make it that far is sad, but at the same time, it's like we're sitting there like
you kind of signed up
about
for
it. And she's under, yeah, well, she's like right underneath us, underneath the couch, while we're like basically like, talking about her dying.
That'd be. Have you ever thought about like awful. Afterwards, like what if they understand us and they just understood that entire fucking conversation?
Right, and they're just like, ah, oh, son of a bitch, I knew something was wrong.
Wait a minute, I thought I just had a stomach bug. What? He just say funeral? What the fuck?
I mean, animals ain't stupid, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Like, you just gave me treats and said I was a good girl. What the hell is this, dying?
I went from extra treat being a good girl to putting down? What the fuck?
Yeah. No, but to your point, Brandon, like, animals aren't stupid, and that's why, like, up like for almost 48 hours when we got back, she just, like, stayed as far away from everybody as possible, because she's just like, she knows that something's wrong, because she hasn't been manhandled like that in her entire life. So like, she knows that something's wrong. She doesn't trust us. We're essentially lying to her now. And like, she's never had this kind of access to treats in her life. Like, she knows something's up.
I was going to say, why y'all give me all these treats?
Well, she's like even turning them down now. It's like, what?
I don't want your sympathy treats.
Yeah, she like sniffs them. She's like, yeah.
I heard you guys' like conversation. You're not going to buy my affection anymore.
I mean, I know it's because she has like GI issues, and that's why she like can't eat them. But it almost looks like she's like sniffing them and then looking at us and being like, "Oh yeah, you gave these to me? No, I want them, not from you though."
Leave them on the counter, peasant.
I'll eat these when you leave.
Yeah.
But I kind of caught her today. Yeah, she like gave in. Because when I like come up from the office, like upstairs, because it's a split level, once I hit like the landing, I can look underneath the couch from there. Then I just saw her looking at me. Then I was like, "Nah, gotcha." And she's like, "Oh, I'm caught," and came out. Anyways, I will say that, you know, extra sad. She's the inspiration behind my new identity here. So
Oh, jeez.
yep. What'd you guys do this week? Anything good? Do anything good for New Year's?
No.
Right?
Today was batshit crazy, but
Yeah. Dude, I'm also surprised at the amount of shit that is open on like New Year's Eve until like regular close time, and then like New Year's Day.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like Christmas. It's pretty normal around here.
True, I
I
know,
close
but
a
I
little
guess
bit
it's just
earlier.
I know, and I always go back to just like, oh, me just sounding old, but like I just remember like everything was closed.
Yep.
Like
Just like everything used to be closed on
Christmas Eve.
Christmas, but now like
Christmas Eve, unless it was like one of the department stores, like it was closed by like maybe 5 o'clock. And then nothing, absolutely nothing open on Christmas Day except for maybe a convenience store.
yeah, around here now like all the
And-
restaurants are open and everything. It's just like
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think people have also like ditched tradition recently too.
your kids are sick of kids, Steve.
And a lot more people are
Jeez.
just like going out to eat for like holidays instead of making it at home.
Yeah.
Which also like I'm completely for.
I enjoy my home cooked meals.
After hosting, I'm just
Oh, hosting a big meal? Yeah, okay.
yeah, even going to, because there's no like finite, like we run into this every year, like because we've been splitting holidays for the past 10 years, and like we have to go to 2 places in one day, and it's always just like this, like I don't know when to leave.
Yeah,
Normally
that's
it's just like as soon as I'm done with the meal, I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm ready to go. And that's like perfect for a restaurant. Like we spend our meal chatting and stuff, so like the meal itself takes longer. We don't need to like spend the whole morning and afternoon together too.
a good point. That's one thing I hate most about like this past Thanksgiving. Like my wife worked early in the morning, and we should be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. And by the time we got over to my dad's, it was like 2:30 ish. I was like, she's been up since 3 o'clock. She's not gonna last long, especially if she eats Thanksgiving. Once the itis hits, she's gonna be wanting to hit the sheets. So it's like we had to pretty much eat and leave, and it's just like you feel rude for it, but then again, I don't want to hang around my stepmom's side of the family for too long because
Yeah.
they can be kind of annoying. So
Yep. I mean, we were like when we split the holidays, like we always have a good excuse because it's either like, oh well, we have to leave because we have to like be at, you know, the in-laws at, you know, X time, and then when we go to the other place, it's like by that time it's like, you know, late, so it's like, oh well, it's getting late and we gotta, you know, drive an hour back, so like we out. And plus, like with my parents and my brother, like they always have the built-in excuse of like all of their dogs have regimented feeding times. So it's just like, so I know that if we go to do like the afternoon with my family, like I know as soon as 4 o'clock hits, like everyone's gonna be like, well, look at the clock and be like, oh yeah, gotta head out, gotta feed the dogs, you know how it is.
Well, at least
I'm just
never
like,
mind.
oh damn,
well,
really?
Let's say at least your cat gives you an easy excuse to get out of things for a while.
Nah, that's been our excuse for. Are you kidding me? Like our best excuse for leaving anything was just like, oh well, you know, our special needs cat. Like we have to check on her and make sure she's okay. It's like we've used that for damn near everything.
So what you're saying is you
The
get
problem
another
is gonna
one
be like-
just for the excuse.
No, because puppy is next, so that's perfect. No, I've already used my cat's not well. I've already used that enough this week.
So I'm trying to convince my wife to. She said she's gonna bring it up next time she goes to our doctor about the therapy pet. She said that, or my stepmom said her son's girlfriend, she just went to their family doctor and they did the paperwork for him. But you have to get the pet, and you have to have the pet for like a week before you get the certification. So
Wait, certification for what?
for emotional support animal,
Oh, right.
because that's the only way we can get a dog in the apartment. So
Yeah. Just please don't be one of those people that exploits it.
oh, I'm not.
Just
That's-
calls it a service dog and just like goes into
That's what
like,
that's
the
what
grocery stores with it and shit.
that's what they do. They have like a vest for it and everything.
Yeah.
And
The people that bring their dogs into grocery stores, I'm just like, you're a effing savage. And it's like, oh, it's my emotional support dog. It's like it's not a service dog.
yeah.
Like God.
We were talking because we did our Christmas dinner on Sunday, this past Sunday.
Nice.
Went over and cooked the prime rib for my dad and stepmom.
Yeah.
And we got to talking about it there, and they were talking about how they got her dog. That basically there's the Amish have like pure breeds, like the
They're
dog.
not.
Oh no, they
They're
are. They got
not.
papers and everything. Like it's a legit thing. Pure breed.
They got papers certified by like their own little mayor.
No, there's
It's not
like
even
a
real.
broker and everything. Like there's a whole shindig. Like it's a whole like thing. Like they have people that come in and like photograph all the puppies and like get all their documents and everything together.
I told you.
And they're like-
when I went to Michigan and they were saying that they were like purebred poodles. We looked at them, we're like, these aren't even poodles.
Now, these are well, I don't think they're. I don't know what breeds they have, but they got a pure breed Cocker Spaniel. It was like $400.
Yeah, these people were selling them at the farmer's market.
Yeah, well, that's a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were good. They had a sign and it was like purebred. Oh, damn it! What was it? Was it Golden Doodles? Maybe. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Like had them in a wagon.
That sounds a lot
Claimed it
less
was
legit
purebred.
than this.
Yeah.
But they were like, so there's an online thing and they went up. They had to go pick him up, and when they got to the farm, it was dark. Of course, they don't have any lights, so they said the Amish man came out with a lantern, and he took them into the barn where they had. It's like horse stalls they have set up, but each stall has a different breed of dog in there, and he had them come in. He took them back up to the house and filled out all the paperwork, and then he said he's like, all right, so long, and it went back inside with the lantern and made them find their way back out to their car in the dark.
It's not very Amish.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, that's interesting. So they're supposed to let us know the people they dealt with and go from there. That means we just have to hide a dog in the apartment for a week.
Considering
So
all
they
the
get
other stuff that goes
certification.
on there, I feel like you guys are okay.
Oh, you should. You don't even know today I was sitting.
Although it is slightly hypocritical.
Yeah. Well, I was sitting here today, right?
Now
And
that I think about it, yeah, it's actually pretty hypocritical. And if I were your neighbor, I'd rat you out in a fucking second.
well, they both have dogs, but both of our neighbors on either side of us have dogs. I'm just like,
Wow, okay.
yeah. So, like, there's a process, and we'll do it. We'll get the proper certifications. It's going to take a week, but
Yeah.
could
you keep it at like your dad's?
Probably not as long as the cat's still alive.
Yeah, fair. Right.
Because that cat does not like any. Like, they were blown away. It has been years ago, and since then, she's allowed my wife to touch her a couple times. But they were blown away when I come over. I was sitting there talking to my dad, and the cat come out and was like rubbing up against my leg, and I reached down and pet her. And
Right.
my dad was like, "Look at this! Look at this! Look at this!" My stepmom was like, "Oh!" It's like, "What's going on?" It's like, "You're the only other person besides us that she's let touch her." So
Right, I forgot about your dad's cat. Yeah.
yeah,
Jeez.
the cat
Right,
is
yeah, fair. Maybe not a dog.
huge asshole. They're just waiting for her to kick the bucket because they want to get a Basset Hound puppy. So they're like, well, I think they said she's 17 or 18 years old now.
Yeah. That's
And that's if her birth date is correct on the paperwork, because they said that she came in, they weren't quite sure how old she was. They're just kind of guessed at the shelter how old she was.
It's
And-
pretty much how it goes. We have an approximate age for our cat. And, like,
What's up?
it's
Cody?
funny
How
because
you
they like give it a birthday. It's like, oh, but you think it's 2. But we know what day it was born. Yeah, okay,
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
okay. Just like I know it was May 17th. It's you can tell by the length of the teeth. By the length of the teeth, you can tell May 7th. I just have no idea what year. I'm gonna go with 2.
wild.
I saw something on the other day. It was like, right now, the oldest cat that's living is like 29.
Phew.
Can you imagine?
I don't know, the way my dad's cat's going, she might hit it.
Right.
They're like, because they're like, they put out
It's
like
always the way
fresh
they
food
grunt
for her
people.
every day, and they're like, she'll go 2 or 3 days without eating, then she'll eat. And there's days where she just, you can't touch her because you can tell she's in pain. But other days she's just moseying around the house like she was 5-6 years ago. It's like, it's crazy.
Yep. I don't know, my cat came out today and decided to get some water. And like, mind you, we had like a regular water bowl underneath the couch for it. Yeah, but it wanted its fountain. And it came out and it just sat at the fountain and drank more water than like I could in a sitting. Yeah, like for its size. Like it just sat there and went to town. You know, it's like, no wonder you pissed everywhere. My
Yeah.
God.
That's what I was gonna
Right?
say. Saving
clean
up
your
for the
chest.
next. Yeah. Just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just-
piss all
just-
over this place.
He just like, look, gives me the side eye and goes back under the couch. He's like,
Teach you for
"I'm gonna
looking at me
redo the
again.
floors." Yeah.
Oh, speaking of neighbors, I was sitting here, like I just took laundry over. Like I had like a productive day plan. Like, got up before I even sat down at my computer for the first time. I was like, I unloaded the dishwasher, loaded it with all the dishes. I wiped down all the counters, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go toss a couple loads of laundry in too. You know, went toss 2 loads of laundry in the laundromat. I came back. I was here for maybe 8 minutes and just heard what sounded like someone or something getting thrown down the stairs next door. I couldn't tell which side it was on, and then I heard a scream, which for a second I was like, I thought, because the way how loud it was and how it sounded, it almost sounded like my daughter, because when she plays horror games, every now and then you'll hear, like, when the jump scares get her, she'll scream. So I was like, oh, well, that's just her. And then I hear help and the door slam. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I pull up the camera. She runs over to the office, like, and she's like, help, he's beating the shit out of me, call the police. And the office is like, alright, I'll call the police. And I was like, well, shit, that means if he's there, he's going to run out the back door. So I ran right to the back door. I was out there watching to see if he took off running. Never once saw him. But the cop shows up, goes into the office where the neighbor's at, and then he's in there for like 2 minutes, and then he leaves. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then he rolls past, and I was like, well, I guess there's no point in me watching out here anymore. And then the cop comes back, and the cop alone goes inside the apartment. Like, that's a huge no-no. He's like, hey, you in here? And he just walks in by himself. I was like, you don't go searching a place without someone having your back. Like, that's not a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I'm like listening to all this going on, and then my washer gets done. I get the notification on my phone. I was like, oh yeah, it's time to go be nosy. So I went and I threw everything in the dryer, and as I'm coming out the dryer, the neighbor walks over. I'm like, you good? And she just goes on and on and on about everything, wanting to know if we'd give her all the clips and everything of everything that happened. And I was like, well, yeah, I told my wife told you, if you need it, just ask and all this. And then she's like, because they're not taking me seriously and all this. And then the office lady who's standing at the door, like, listening to the whole conversation, was just like, that's because you just keep letting them come back. And I was like, yeah, because you told my wife that he hadn't been here in a couple of days, but he's on camera walking out the front door like that same morning. So, and she's like, oh, well, he must get in without me knowing, because he has the knob key, but not the deadbolt key, and he won't give me back the knob key. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, it's the same key. The only key is different. It's the back door key. Like, that don't make any sense. But
She's gonna continue to let this happen.
yeah, so like,
These people are never gonna leave.
I went back, and she told my wife they're supposed to be out by the end of this month, so we'll see. But that coming right from the neighbor's mouth. But so I'm sitting there. Yeah, I go back when the laundry's up, and the office lady's like, hey, Kyle, come in here. And I was like, all right. She went in there. She's like, if you see him at all, like if he's going in the apartment and around the apartment at all, let me know immediately. Like, can do. I was like, I'll move the camera back around back because he likes to sneak in the back door. I was like, I'll let you know. She goes, I don't care how you get it. I was like, I told my wife, I was like, is that just green lighting us to put a camera wherever we want? Like, 'cause she just said, her exact words is, I don't care how you do it. If you see him, let me know. I was like, all right, will do. And I was like, I'm so glad you called her out on the whole letting him come back. I was like, because that's what happens every single time. Every time. If she really wanted him gone, she had a golden opportunity and she didn't take it. But then as I'm sitting there talking to my wife about everything that transpired, because she was at work, I was like, I never seen him leave, nor did I ever hear the back door open, because the back doors are very loud when you pop them open. And I was like, I never heard the back door open or close. And I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, now I'm torn, because the guy's an asshole, but she's also the type of person that would just like throw herself down the stairs and then claim he beat her, because I didn't hear him or see him at all. All I heard was what sounded like someone rolling down the stairs or something being tossed down the stairs, and then her screaming. So I was like, I'm putting my like Hardy Boys detective hat on here, and just like something's not adding up about this whole thing. So needless to say, with all the time spent talking to everyone, like my productive day got shit. I did get a couple loads of laundry done, load of dishes, wiped down the kitchen, but that's only half of what I wanted to get done.
I mean, that's something.
I told my wife, I was like, as soon as because I was telling her, I was like, it sounded like someone or something got rolled down the stairs. I was like, now that I think about it, I didn't hear him at all. I didn't hear the back door open and close. I was like, she's the kind of person that would. I was like, so do I feel bad that, she could possibly be setting him up? I said, but he's also an asshole, so he kind of deserves it. So I was like, I'm torn here. What how should I feel about this? And she was like, she just shouldn't have an answer. Like, it could be 50-50. Like, you never know with these two. But apparently his warrants got updated. My wife checked today. He's now got offensive touching and something else at. Oh, that's what's considered. It's a DV charge here. It's offensive touching. So, and breach of release or something like that. So I'm guessing because she said she had told the office lady that there was no unlawful contact order in place. So I guess that was the agreement of him getting out of the last charges. So I guess they're going after him for that too. But she's already covering for him because the officer gets out. After the officer spent, I don't know, maybe a half hour talking to her, he gets out and he was like, and he says her first and last name, right? And she just goes, yeah. I was like, shouldn't that have been like the first thing you asked? Like, if she's, or at least her name? Like, but anyway, he goes, do you know where his mom lives? And she just looked at him and goes, on the highway. And he goes, okay. And he gives the, well, that's where at kind of look. He goes, in our town. And she goes, oh no. And she says the next town down. He goes, well, see, I'm kind of asking to know if like he would go there. And she goes, oh no, he won't. Or his mom won't let him go up there. But we've got him like being dropped off and picked up by his mom a ton of times. And she just had his bike listed on Facebook Marketplace a couple weeks ago. I was like, so you're covering for him.
Yeah, 1000%.
Just like they had the bike listed as in good condition, but I know for a fact the back brakes are all fucked up on it. That's why he stopped riding it. And then the gas tank, he said, was all someone destroyed the gas tank on it. Like, that's what you consider good condition? Alright.
Yeah, just like a loose definition. Yeah, it's good. It's not bad.
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we shall see. In the office lady started to make a comment today, but the maintenance man like walked in halfway through our conversation. So I think she had to like stop herself because she started to make a comment about how I took it as she was like the leading up to it, like she was gonna say they're getting kicked out anyway, but she like stopped herself at there. And then she looked at the maintenance man and she's like, well, yeah, just if you see him, let me know. So I told my wife that. I was like, she's like, are you sure that's what she was going to say? I said, why else would she just say, well, it doesn't matter, there, and then stop herself. And then look at the maintenance man and just completely change what she was about to say. It was like, I think she was about to give me information she wasn't supposed to. And she realized it real quick because there's a witness there. So
yeah, because like, why else would the maintenance guy care?
Yeah. He no knock, no nothing, just walks into the office, middle of our conversation, and just he had like a book and he was like looking at faucets, just sitting there while we're having our conversation. I was like, shouldn't you? What we were talking about, something like private? You just barge right in, just open up a catalog and start looking at faucets while we're in the middle of this conversation.
Sidebar, since Kitty Cat's here.
Oh, good lord.
Hey, I wait until y'all got done chatting most of the time.
You got Kitty Cat here.
I got a question to you about something.
Send it.
I know the issue because it's common sense, but looking to see what there be for afterwards, I guess.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Hoss. You didn't do what I told you to do.
Because he already said about it, so I wasn't on paddle drive it in any further.
I told him to ask you about your plaque. I said, you want to start the conversation off right, ask him about his plaque.
Oh.
And he didn't do it.
I didn't hear the P.
Dude that has plaque.
Oh.
I heard the other. I thought you said cat. I didn't hear plaque.
Oh, sorry. Anyway,
So
continue.
that's why I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, that I just. I'm essentially hung sarcastically. No, I've been at my company for 5 years.
He was pretty proud about this plaque last week. That's why I said just ask him about his plaque. He'll make his
I thought you said cat.
no plaque.
So that's
How do
why-
you
That would have
okay,
been
I guess.
that would actually good thing you didn't say anything, because that'd be like the worst thing to kick it off by asking me about.
Well, that's what I heard in the live stream. I thought
Glad
you
you didn't
said cat.
say
It's like, why would,
goddamn thing. Oh my god.
yeah, that's why I've been just waiting for you guys to get done talking. It's like, I ain't gonna say what Phoenix said because he already said it, so it's like, okay.
You might realize my name ends with X, not S, right?
Never said I was perfect in English.
Okay, just letting you know.
I know.
Anyway, go ahead and ask your question.
Ankle pain. Or heel pain, I
sorry?
guess. Bottom heel pain, I guess, would be the technical
I thought you said paint.
pain.
That's why I thought you said ankle paint. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't paint my body, but okay.
Some people do, not me. Anyway. That's a good thing for the
last person. Ankle pain?
I guess it'd be heel pain.
Like heel pain? Like
Heel and arch. I mean, I know I need to get better insoles, but
on the bottom of your foot?
Yeah. Basically walking all day and doing shit, no issues. As soon as the shoes come off, 10 minutes later I can barely walk. Essentially. It goes away after a couple hours of chilling, but
So it hurts when you take your shoes off.
whenever I walk after I take my shoes off.
It's probably your shoes.
I kind of figured. I just didn't know if it was anything to do afterwards, because shoes are bad anyway, but one of the things you run until there's nothing left.
I mean, yeah, that's your problem. Is you probably have no like padding or cushioning on the heel of your shoe anymore if you wear it for long enough.
Okay.
So, like, and depending on what your stride is, so like if you strike your heel first and like.
Whenever I wear my hard boots,
when my brother walks,
the heels first.
When my brother walks, he like digs his heel into the ground for whatever reason, and it's just like his walking style. Everybody walks differently. Everyone has a different like cadence when they walk, and so it's called like a strike. So, depending on what that is, so I would guess that you probably have like a pretty strong like heel strike.
Whenever I'm like quick walking, you can really hear it whenever I got the hard shoes on.
So it's like if I walk around in like my socks, like you wouldn't know I was walking around the house.
Hang on, I gotta try this now.
But
We
like,
gave him the idea
if
to
I'm-
paint his ankles, so he can go paint them real quick.
he's taking nail polish, he's painting his ankles.
What was the
Okay, so
International Harvester red for my ankles? What do you think?
so whenever I actually walk around the house with no shoes on, it's the front pad of the feet. I don't know the technical name, so I'm not even gonna try and say it.
So I think it's like
You've
a toe
now
pad.
named 4 different areas of your foot. You went from ankle to heel to arch, and now you're up to the area underneath your
Well,
feet,
whenever
your
he's
toes.
whenever he's walking around, it's a different pattern, which I just realized
Like-
that.
When you like, let's say you're just wearing like socks and you're walking on some hardwood floors, like, is it loud?
No. I walk on my pads, I guess. I don't know. The front part of the feet, yeah. Whenever I'm walking with shoes on, it's a hill. If that made sense.
What kind of shoes do you wear?
Muck boots, hiking boots, and cowboy boots.
I was gonna ask if you wore cowboy boots.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the hiking shoes I have problems with, but they're like very cheap ones and they're well past their expiration date. But
It could depend on just like how high the heel lift is and like how different that is from your natural.
I mean, my cowboy boots are higher heels than the hiking boots, if that makes a difference.
Yeah. Let's say the first thing would be like, depending on how old your shoes are, like, always start off with new shoes.
Okay, I mean, I know the shoes are bad, but I just didn't know if there's...
If you know they're bad, then
Yeah, no.
let me ask. So also, like, do you get the same pair of shoes every time?
Well, I haven't bought shoes for like...
Whenever you buy them, like, do you buy the same style or like very similar?
I mean,
Do
it's
you buy
always
those
hiking
cheap
boots.
ass Walmart shoes?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, those suck. That's your main issue right there.
Yeah. I've also found that like,
Although
I have the
Walmart
same
does have
issue.
airwalks now, which blew my mind.
I can't wait
Right.
for them to get
Like, you
Skechers
want
slip
zero
in,
art.
but they're like $100.
So what I found is like there are certain brands, and like I don't have the heel pain, but I get knee pain. And there are certain brands that I can do, and there's certain brands that I can't do. And it just depends on how their lower is molded. I need like a very specific type of arch support.
No, I know up and
And
out.
if I don't have it, then I won't be able to, like, I'll be okay while I'm wearing my shoes, but as soon as I take them off, I can't.
Yeah.
I love
Like,
my
that's
New
when I get my
Balances.
knee pain. I can't do New Balance because I'm in between half sizes, which is so annoying.
There's this place up in Altoona. It's like a very specialized shoe store. I'm really tempted to go up there and get arches or
I'd say
insoles in, but just haven't been up there.
the things that I've learned is to don't go to the Good Feet store.
Don't go to the Good Feet store.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
I think that's the name. I had to look it up.
It's a scam. It's a scam.
Oh, I kind of figured because well,
My wife and I went in because I was like, I was about to have surgery on my knee, and I learned that it was just like, well, it really depends on, like, I was wearing Hey Dudes all the time,
Yeah, it's a Good Feet store.
and so I was like, oh man, maybe if I get like a customized like arch support, which is what the Good Feet store is.
Yes.
Like, we'll go in there, and they're just expensive arch supports. It's not. So you get fitted, and then you go through like a series of 3 different arch supports to like correct your arch support and your feet. But it's like a 3-year deal, and you commit to it, and it costs like $2,000 to go through that process, and it's like over time.
Dang.
So it's like like you ever had like a retainer or like braces or anything like that,
No, but I get what you mean.
or it's just like, we got to go through like 3 different sets of them to get your teeth in the right form.
Yes. Yeah, I know people have done that.
Yeah, so same concept, except with like the arches in your feet, and then but as soon as you go away from the program, then
You're back to
Like-
square one.
yeah. So it's just like one of the diets I did where it's just like essentially a crash diet, and you pay for like their food and their program and stuff, but then it's not a sustainable diet. So the second you leave it, you just balloon back up, and then they expect you to just come back, which like I did one time. And then I was like, no, this is a scam. So the Good Feet store is the exact same thing. But I'd say like if you're, whatever your job is, whether it's on your feet or like sitting at a desk, the most important piece of equipment you can have is like a good pair of shoes. Invest in shoes.
Yeah.
Especially with like when it comes to outdoor shoes, like if you're getting dirty and stuff, like I learned that lesson the hard way because like I used to just wear a bunch of skate shoes because I had like a ton of them. Then that's what I wore for the DPW. But then after a while, like I had problems, and then I switched to just like regular Timberland work boots.
You see, the problem with
And it
hiking
got worse,
shoes,
and then I invested in like a hybrid like work boot, hiking boot that had like waterproof and like good arch support and like all this stuff, and they were like $300, but it lasted me for like the rest of my time at the DPW, like another 3 years.
you see, the problem with hiking shoes is I got wide feet. I mean, I got wide ass feet. My problem is with glued shoes, the sides will blow out. That's my biggest issue with.
That's why
any
you get
type
a
of
wide, the wide, like they have wide shoes.
yes,
That's what I get.
all the time. It always works, but because it's just I don't know, because I'm always on a hillside.
That's why I love skate shoes so much, because they're wider and they weren't as tight as my foot. That's why I wore them all throughout high school. But now I go like I can't wear Nike. I hate fucking Nikes. Nikes are ass.
Yeah, Nike suck.
Yeah, but
Adidas are right behind them.
Adidas was my brand back in the day. I hate Nike, but I loved Adidas. But now, like, I wear New Balances, and like the current ones are like, it's got like the Goodyear logo on the side, like just tiny logo on the side. They did something with Goodyear with the soles of them or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They use they use the rubber
And
for like the bottom.
it's one of the most comfortable shoes I've worn.
Yeah.
And it's the wide. It's I think it's 12 in those wide.
God, I got bigger feet than you do. Not by much, but still.
Hell, depends on the shoe brand. Like I can go as low as like 10 and a half and up to what was that? I think the one pair was a 13.
You see, mine's 13 double E.
Fucking clown feet over here.
I got big feet.
I got big feet. You got clown feet.
Since we're talking about
Have you ever
clothing,
walked into like a shoe store and walked into where they have like the extended sizes, like the huge shoes that are like?
Okay, the last time I've been to a shoe store
Okay, never mind that.
was in the mall, and the some bitches tried to sell me a fucking pair of shoes. One was on display and one was in the box, so one was like a light brown and the one in the box was a dark brown.
You talk to people when you go to the shoe store?
Oh, you have to. Well, you have to here to get
Well,
both
yeah, to
shoes
buy
because they only have like the boxes out. So it's either just boxes or they have a box with one shoe in it. So you have to go talk to the person and get
And
the
that
other
was
shoe.
the only one that they had on.
All the places here, they just have like the shoe on like the top of the shelf, and then below that is like
the
their
display.
inventory.
Yeah, that's the only one they had in my size.
That's how they are
is what's
here,
out.
but they don't put both shoes in the box. That prevents theft in their mind. It's like, we'll only put one shoe in the box, so I guess if they steal the one shoe, they have the other one. Doesn't make any fucking sense, but yeah, you have to talk to someone to get the other shoe, because my feet aren't the same size, so I gotta make sure like they're comfortable on both feet, so I have to ask for both shoes. Happy New Year,
I don't
Goku.
know.
How are you?
I guess that's just like my inner anxiety too, because like, and my lack of wanting to just like go shopping.
I don't need
Okay,
any
so-
help for like measuring them and all that. It's just to get the other shoe.
No. I just look online to see if they have
That's
like
good to hear,
my
sir.
size in stock, and only if they have it in stock will I go.
Now, speaking of clothing, sorry to sidetrack again. For clothing, would you ever spend? I don't think Thanos would. Kitty Cat might because he's up in the mass. Would you ever
He's
spend
more bougie, is what
$100?
you're trying to say?
Yes. Would you ever spend $100 on a pair of jeans?
Hell no.
I actually had that conversation the other day with my wife.
Jesus Christ. Bougie as fuck. Okay, let's.
No. Quite the opposite. No, so I've been kind of like complaining because we go out to like on Saturdays. There's a coffee shop that's like, eighth of a mile down the road. So we walk there on Saturdays, but in the winter, like there's really nothing. Like I don't want to wear jeans, right? Like if I'm wearing jeans, I'm either like going out to a restaurant or I'm going to work or something like that. Outside of that, I'm always wearing like gym shorts, and that's about it. But the only sweatpants I have are just like classic sweatpants and stuff. And there's like, if you go out in the winter and you're a girl, you can wear like leggings or like spandex or something like that. Like they have like athletic wear that's like, covers the entire lower torso, and they don't really have that for guys. So I was looking for like a nice pair of like like a pair of like sweatpants slash like activewear pants that would be like you can go out in public and it's okay. You don't look like a bum. So she got me a pair of these pants, and they're like a loose fitting like athletic pant. They're not like tights, but they're like a fancy brand. And so I like asked her how much they were, and they were like around $100. And I was like, that's more than any pair of pants that I've ever bought in my life. Outside of like when I bought suits, and like a pair of suit pants might be $100, maybe. But like my average pair of pants is like 50 or 60.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, but I always
My
like,
jeans.
Also, I don't buy like there's one article of clothing I don't buy, and it's pants, and that's because I have like a weird torso or like lower half, and like it takes a lot to find a pair of pants that fit. It's like an all-day process if I want to go to a store and get a pair of pants. So my life consists mostly of like ordering them online, trying them on, and then returning them.
Okay.
Yeah. I had what they called back in the day the ghetto booty. So I have to. So if I get like a pair of jeans that are like appropriate size for my waist, they don't fit. Like they fit around the waist, they don't fit around like your front pockets and back pockets. So, and I kind of have short. I'm only 5'8", so I have shorter legs. So it just looks. It's a weird look, especially if I were to get like not like a straight leg pant, like a tapered leg or something like that. It's just the dimensions for that they just don't make. So I'm always like living the sweatpant life. Or if I find a pair of jeans, I will just buy all of them. You know, it'll be Levi's.
You see, I can't wear Levi's. They're just
Me
way
either.
too small for me.
I like Wranglers.
That's why. Well, I mean, I buy mine for like $5 a pop, but yeah.
Yeah,
Mine's
mine
Wranglers
were
or
like.
Lee's.
My wife bought me 2 pair for Christmas. I think they were like $13 a piece for Black Friday.
Yeah. I mean, meanwhile,
I'm happy with those.
I've been like the nice thing about Amazon,
They
and
fit so damn good. Like I put pair on
Yes.
to go over to my dad's, and it's just like, damn, these fit good.
yeah,
Sorry.
as soon as you find a good pair, just like hold on to them.
I still got
Whoa.
jeans. I told my doctor when I went in for my physical. She goes, I'm not too concerned about it. She's like, but I want to feel where you're at with your weight. I was like, I've been the same weight since I was in middle school. I said, you see these pants? I wore these pants in middle school, and she was just like, she goes, I'm kind of jealous. I wish I still fit in the pants I wore in middle school. It's like, yeah, I've been this way my entire life. Like that doesn't bother me. I was like, if you're concerned about it, then we have a problem. But if you're not concerned about it, like I'm not concerned about it.
Right, like as long as everything else is healthy.
Yeah, all my tests came back normal, except she said my cholesterol was a little on the high side, but
yeah,
it's
common
not
for us.
Yeah, she's like, it's not like high to where it needs to be treated. She said it was just a little high.
I've been in that window for like 5 years.
So, like, she's like,
just
there's no
stays
other
at that
issues
level.
with it. She's like, so
Yeah.
if you're not concerned about it, I'm not concerned about it.
Yep.
Apparently, though, I do have horrible sleep apnea. But then I was telling them,
As long as it doesn't bother your wife and it doesn't kill you, then yeah, you're good.
Well, here's the thing. Like, the thing that they have you put on your finger is like super tight. Yeah, it's like super tight on my finger. And they're like, if you have larger hands, use your pinky. So first I put it on my ring finger, and it was so tight that I took it off and put it on my pinky finger. And it was so tight on that for 2 days after, you ever had like cut off circulation to your finger, and you know that feeling you get? My pinky felt like that for 2 days afterwards. So I kept like yanking it off because it was uncomfortable, and like my finger was sweating. And I couldn't take it. So I was telling my dad and stepmom about this, and they're like, "No wonder they think you have that measures your heart rate. They're probably thinking your heart's stopping every time you yanked it off." I was like, I didn't think about that, but yeah. I didn't get any sleep that night, so that's probably why they think I have it. I know I snore, but I've snored my entire life. I mean, when we used to go camping, my dad would complain that how loud I snored in the camper. I was like, so, like, all the other symptoms that she went down, I don't have any of those symptoms. Like, I'm not fatigued. I wake up feeling fully rested. Like, only symptom I have is snoring. And, you know, my wife's been with me for how long? And there's been times I've kept her up at night, but it's not like, she doesn't complain that it's terrible or anything, so. I was like, I'm not worried about it because they want me to put me on a freaking machine, and I definitely wouldn't get any sleep then.
Yeah, like get there when you get there.
Yeah.
It's not something you need to take care of right now.
So, but that's the only thing she's concerned about is I got sleep apnea. That's it. I keep telling my dad, because my dad's had so many medical problems, that every time, like, if I get heartburn, he's like, you need to get that checked out, because that's how it started for me. If I have a really bad headache, you need to get that checked out, because that's how it started for me. I was like, Dad, what don't you... Yeah, I had put my body through the shit that you put your body through for years. I was like, you have been a smoker since you were 14. You did... like, you've admitted to me you've done various drugs throughout your life. I was like, I haven't done all that. I was like, and I don't eat terribly. Like, I do eat probably worse than I should, but it's not terrible. So,
to a certain extent, most of that stuff is like out of your control. Like I was talking about with someone the other day. Like, you see all the people on like the news and stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this person passed away," and it was just like, oh, but they were just like, you know, they ate so well and they exercised daily and they were super healthy and they just dropped dead.
Oh, I know. I knew.
And meanwhile, you have like Joe Schmo over there who's just like, my key to living to 102 is like smoking 2 cigars every day and drinking a fifth of whiskey.
Yeah, like the woman who's like,
oh, okay,
almost 100 that drinks a Dr. Pepper every day. Or like, what's your
lady's just like, I've been drinking a bottle of wine since like 15 in the 1940s, and it's like, oh, okay.
Well, a lot of his problems stem from smoking all those years. It's wreaked havoc on his lungs.
I think that's probably like the one variable where that just comes down to pure chance, really.
And then they still haven't figured out what caused the brain bleed. They yet to this day figured out what caused it and why it just...
Oh, I'm sure at this point it's like doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, they never figured it started. This guy, and I give my dad a ton of credit for being one tough son of a bitch, because they said that usually when this happens, they put him in a coma to get through the 3 days because the pain's so intense. Homeboy just thought it was a bad headache, and he made it through those 3 days. Just like, man, this headache really sucks. And then finally, he's like, on the 3rd day, he's like, I'm sick and tired of having this headache. I'm going to the doctor. And he goes to the doctor, and they tell him he needs to go to the hospital. By the time they got to the hospital, they already had the fucking helicopter en route to take him up to Christianity. It's just like, okay. And he goes, yeah, they usually just knock you out for 3 days because the pain's so unbearable. And I was like, and you just thought you had a really bad headache? Yeah. You're one tough son of a bitch, I'll tell you that much. So, when he says he's in pain, homeboy's in pain.
Yeah.
But that's what he's like. You gotta get checked out because his smoking again. Where he had those heart issues. He had to get a stent and everything in. That's how it started for me. I started getting heartburn like that. I had one night of heartburn. You were popping Pepsi, whatever that was called. Like they were M&Ms.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's done with my questions then for the night.
Sure about that? You don't have another one?
Nope, it was about jeans and then about the feet.
Well, I mean, what, did you find a pair of pants for $100?
Yeah, well, you never told us what led to that question.
Yeah.
I have a friend out west that works at a clothing warehouse. So basically, it's a middleman from the actual company to the stores and stuff. He always sends me a link of the company. It's like, okay, these jeans ain't too bad. I love the shirts. I mean, the shirts are amazing. Jeans, okay, well, I can't do them right now because, well, they don't have my sizes yet. They were planning on making bigger sizes. Hopefully this year or next year. That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're nice jeans, but I mean, $100, really?
Classifies as nice jeans for you.
It also depends on like what the brand is, because there's a lot of jean companies out there that are just like
they're new,
jack up
like
the
from
prices.
they've only been in business since '09.
Yeah, so they're trying to be a high-end jean company, which is like
Yeah,
probably
it's a
from that.
I guess it's a Western word brand.
Like, unless they have a good reputation of being like a durable pant.
That's the most dumbest shit I've ever heard. A Western style brand that's selling jeans for $100. You know, the people that are out here actually like actual cowboys, they're getting their same shit from Walmart like we do.
I know.
Like, that is the dumbest shit I ever heard. We're a Western brand, so we're gonna charge you $100 for a pair of jeans. No fucking cowboys out there wearing that shit.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I never said I was. I just
Like, you can come out here and get a pair of like $500 jeans if you want.
it's an admin if you actually want to
You'd be-
look dirt.
You'd be walking around downtown Boston wearing those.
Making
Not
my
on a
way
farm.
downtown. Did you say on a farm?
I said not on a farm.
Oh. I would not spend $500
So
on a
the
pair
only
of
jeans around here that cost that much are for style and brand name, not off of.
It's an admin room if you actually want to look through it.
Anything that's ranch in the name, I'm all set. No, they're pandering.
Yeah, 100%. They're cashing in on that
Yeah.
Yellowstone market.
Yep. You're all set with those, Brandon.
I mean, I do like some of the hoodies though.
If you're gonna,
I ain't
Yeah, I mean-
$5 for a hoodie, but still.
if it's a hoodie or something like that,
Did
like
you say
and
$99
you're
for
not
a hoodie?
I mean, I'm currently wearing a $100 hoodie.
What the
What
fuck?
brand?
I prefer not to say.
It's some
Oh, yeah.
bougie shit. Like
No, it's
Abercrombie
not.
and Fitch.
Gucci.
No, it's no. Although the pants that my wife got me, the athletic pant things, those are like Viore, which I was like, oh, that sounds fancy.
I mean, bro, my fire retardant jackets only cost me like
It's
$2 each. So I got them on the flea market, but still, I mean,
I think my
No,
my
it's a,
Carhartt
it's a
hoodie
Nike
was.
hoodie.
Oh, you just said Nike sucks. Or are you just talking about shoes?
Nike shoes suck. No, I got a Michigan hoodie for Christmas, and like I'm the one that put it on my Christmas list, so I know how much it costs.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think
my
my-
Carhartt hoodie was
If you want one of the,
That's what I was
if you
going to say.
want
My
that-
Carhartt hoodie was 70, I think.
Yeah, if you want like one of those like performance like Nike ones that aren't like the straight up cotton material. It's
Oh
got
shit!
like
No, I hate that material.
no,
I hate
not that, not
polyester.
the fleece, not the fleece, and not polyester.
No,
It's
yeah, the
actually-
polyester. I don't
it's-
like that texture.
It's actually really nice. It's like a hybrid blend, so it feels like a normal like cotton hoodie, but it's not made out of that. So you don't have to deal with like if you throw it in the dryer, it's not going to shrink.
Still
Who
wouldn't
puts
pay
a-
$100
throws
for
in a dryer?
All of their hoodies are like $100 for that kind of stuff. For like 120.
I'd definitely pay $70 for my Carhartt hoodie again because that shit lasts
Yeah.
and it's warm. Like a lot of times I don't have
My
to even
Carhartt
break
hoodie is
out
awesome.
my Carhartt jacket. I just the hood toss on the hoodie and I'm good to go.
Yep.
Only problem with my Carhartt is I should have got a size smaller and a tall. Which
Game
at the
change.
time
Always go with the tall, especially if you're a larger guy. Like
Yes.
I 100% all day long tall. Don't size up. Don't go up. If it's too short on you, don't size up. Stay the same size.
Well, I
just
usually
too tall.
I usually wear 2X for everything.
Yeah, so don't
But
go
with
3X.
Carhartt-
Go 2X tall.
But normally with Carhartts, I need to go down to XL because the
Yeah,
2X
I'm
is too
size
big
down.
for me.
Oh.
I'm a medium in all Carhartt.
Yeah, Carhartt's one size too big for me.
And I'm always a large for everything else. Like all my other hoodies are either large or XL. And
Yeah. Oh my.
Carhartt shit's medium. Like my Carhartt vest is medium. Hoodie's medium. Jacket's medium.
Yeah. I don't know why I need a size down from Carhartt.
I don't know. I like it. Makes me feel good about myself.
True. Seriously,
So I
it
think
does.
you- Oh, yeah, I bet you feel-
It's a mind game.
Who's the skinny pajamas over here?
No,
This is
hearing your
late.
5 a.m. like this dude's tiny.
Yeah, that's true.
Did I ever thank you for having your hand in your pocket in one of your wedding pictures?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, you're the only one that has a wedding, so
You son of a bitch, I'm married.
recently.
You shared a picture of, and you're standing there with your hand in your pocket. And I always
Yeah,
get
it
yelled
was
at for having my hand in my pockets every time I take pictures with my wife. And I was like, I pulled it up, showed her. I was like, see, at least I didn't have it in my hand in my pocket on our wedding day. Like,
Because I didn't know what to do with my hand.
exactly. That's what I tell her. I was like, I don't know what to do with my hand.
Honestly. Like, what would you want? Just like down at my side? That's kind of weird. And it was also because like the suit that I used for my wedding like didn't actually fit. So if I had my hand down, you would have saw that like the sleeves on the jacket were too long. So I didn't really have a choice with that. And also, it's just like, I just wanted everyone to know that it's like, I can be formal, but like, I can be casual too.
Every time she's like, let's get a picture. And, like, I always have that little moment, like in Talladega Nights, like, what do I do with my hands?
Yep.
So I just stick it in my pocket, put one arm around her, and the other one goes in my pocket.
You see, whenever I take
It's funny
photos
because the
myself,
photographers do the same
pockets.
thing, and it's like because they took a bunch of pictures and then they noticed they're like, oh, he's got his hand in his pocket, and they're like, don't put your hand in your pocket. It's like, what do you want me to do? And they're like, well, like grab like your suit jacket or something like that, like the opening in the front, like hold on to that or something. Oh, okay. It's like, who gives a shit? Also, like, I'm paying you. If I want to take all of this stuff off, like, You're gonna photograph it. Care?
Actually, whenever I went
Impromptu
to farm
force
show, I
and
had
shit.
my hands out of my pockets. I use my thumb and hold
Does it
on
have
to the
to
side
be?
of the pocket in my photos. I just had to,
Why is this
I had
not-
to look it up.
Yep, I do that too. It's another reason why I wear a hoodie all the time. Is you just put your hands in your hood pocket there.
Why is this thing not refueling?
It's been a long time since I posted a picture of myself. Feels weird to post.
I still remember
photos.
you as that picture you had of you standing in front of the plow truck with your arms behind your back, looking all proud.
I think that's still my profile picture. Am I right?
No, I think your profile
Yep, it
picture is
is-
your
it
tractor.
is.
Oh, it
Nope,
is?
It's
I thought it was your
for-
tractor.
for the cover photo. It's still the DOT plow truck. Oh God, it's been a long time. Why the hell do I still have that up there? Oh boy. Well, that needs to be changed real quick. That's from 2017, I think. Yeah, that's not a clean motherfucker.
How come this thing is not refueling?
So did we all see that my winter car came out?
Huh?
Is that like the sequel to my summer car?
You know it.
Bro, you've been bitching about the goddamn wiring harness since that even was updated. You
I
have
know.
not,
My one.
you've been bitching about that game since then.
Have you had any luck refueling this thing,
Yeah, I got
Tony?
it figured out though.
How is it any different than
you-
winter car? Is it just snow and ice now?
Yeah, there's a lot different.
Is the graphics better?
No.
Oh,
That's part of the charm.
well, I didn't know. I haven't been on Steam for like the last 3 weeks
So
or more.
now they changed it. So
You
like,
lying
instead
sack
of
of shit.
living
You were
like-
just playing GTA the other day, and you messaged me.
Yeah, well, I wasn't doing anything. I just loaded it up. Then you said you didn't need help. It's like, okay, I don't need to be on here right now. I've been playing Minecraft recently. Just a niche. It's winter time.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to refill this.
Last time I actually played a game was Uno back in June. Besides GTA. On Steam. Anyway, sorry Kelly, go ahead.
Sorry. It's the same map. It's like slightly different layout, and they've changed some things up. And then plus, yeah, the snow and everything. But they changed like how you go about getting the money to build your car, like how you get your car. And they added a few more like bars for things instead of like just like food and hunger and stuff. They've added like problem and temperature and a few other things.
Is it a new game or an update?
So it's technically a new game. His original plan
Okay.
was for it to be like a mod for the base game. Like this guy's hands down. He's got to be one of the best developers out there. because like he doesn't care about making money off the game at all. His original intention was for this to be a mod for my summer car, but I guess the way that the terms of service worked with Steam, that like it wasn't possible, so he had to make it into a separate game. But he's basically like allowing people to like port everything in to the new game. So like your old save game, you can take the save game file from that and just drop it into my winter car, and like all the stuff that you have will load back into it, even though it's technically like a completely different game. So like you're not at the house anymore, and you don't have your garage. Like you are living in a little apartment. You don't have a garage or a car to start. And then to do that, you have to go back to the house to do the work on your car. But it's not really your house. And they've just added a bunch of new stuff, so you don't have like TMO's shop anymore. They created like a full-on like gas station restaurant combo thing. So I don't know. There's not a whole lot out there.
Multiplayer?
It's not.
Boo.
Although I did see someone playing that, but I think it may have been BNG. I don't know. I haven't seen a whole lot of footage. Just like popped up on TikTok, and I was like, "Get the F out of here!" Yeah, I looked, and sure enough, yep. I'm a little worried though, because like I kind of fell off my summer car because he started doing these like crazy updates that changed the whole game. Like there wasn't really a whole like plot or like missions or stuff in the original, and then he just changed it completely by the time he was done with it, and I stopped playing when he made all those changes. So I was a little concerned that he was going to carry them into this game. Well, he did, but gonna have to figure it out this time. Oh shit, it's 11.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go check on my cat.
I gotta bounce off the night anyway.
Oh, you bitches.
I know.
Could be 9.
Have
Alright,
a good night. I only have enough money for the smallest tank. I guess we can take it into town. Hopefully we make it in town. Take it in town and see if it refuels or not. If it doesn't, I guess I sell it. And hopefully I can buy like a small combine to hold me over until I can afford one of the other John Deere. That's why it sucks that I... Hagging
You as well, sir.
I wish that our other combine wasn't borked. I mean, if we don't make it, I guess we could always jank it and throw it on the flatbed. The flatbed Freightliner I got and drag it in there. Oh, you have a fuel tank? Okay. If it doesn't work, I can always just roll it down the back. Your backyard. Am I seeing that correctly? Does he have the Kodiak? He does. He's got the Kodiak pulling a grain trailer. What combine's he using? Okay, he's got the S7. This doesn't make any sense because I believe this is one he was using in the last map and it refueled just fine. I don't think the 700 series had the American Australian flags on it, did it? It's not because you got this thing turned around, is it? I'm just gonna go on a wild limb and say it's this combine. Well, that sucks ass. I'll go check the one over here. Yeah, okay. We've tried all fuel triggers. I guess I'm gonna have to sell this and I guess lease one for the time being. Look at that expert driving. I successfully missed both of those fools. Technically 3 of those fools. I just look like all the parked cars have their lights on. Alright. I wish I had like a lease to own option. So if I could just like lease it and then buy it out. That looks like the biggest options. We'll go with it. The hell are cabin sensors? And hope and pray this matches the header I have sitting in the field. Oh, this is nice. Let's stop and see. Does it say refuel? Start filling. All right. Look at this thing kicking up dust. God dang. Much nicer interior. The heck? I think I need to restart my PC. Them little itty bitty strobe lights. Is 5 the same thing? 5 and 8 and 3 and 9. Darn, we're gonna be set up on wheat. Fingers crossed this header fits. Will it connect? Oh, it had me there for a second. Oh, nope, we don't want that. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be back. Alright. I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Dude, we're gonna have so much wheat. Holy crap. I just realized this. Dang, all by yourself? Yeah, PJ's is... Had to go check on his cat. I don't know if you were here for that story. His cat doesn't got much longer. Cat's not doing too well. And Brandon, well, you know, it's... You know how you falls are. You guys like to go to bed early. Gonna be a shit ton of straw though. Yeah, I mean we can sell it, or I can just after this I can just stop collecting it, or stop dropping it. I mean, it doesn't sell for much, but it's a little something. I feel like right now, with as bad off as we are money wise, we definitely need. Wait, I can put straw in there, in the grass dryer to store it. Well, no, because you can't. It doesn't outgoing. So why can I put straw in there if I can't take it out? But we need to sell whatever we can because I have to buy a combine. Buy a freaking combine. We only had like $3,000 prior to me selling my last combine, so if none left, I'll collect it all and sell it all sometime when I'm not streaming. Well, he's your kinfolk and PG's over, and I work for a living. Nah, man, he goes to bed just like you. You like snow plows. That's your kid. That is 100% your kid. This is late to the game because they're about to do away with it, but Shirley Temple 7-Up, amazing if you haven't tried it yet. Maybe take another drink. Do 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 do. Here's a question for you, JT. Do you own cowboy boots? Do you own cowboy boots? Because guess what? Guess what? Out of the 4 of us, there's only 2 people who own cowboy boots. Out of the 4 of us, there's only 2 people that have an association with us. think my USB drives are going haywire. I own work boots. He owns work boots too. He said he wears work boots, cowboy boots, and hiking shoes. I think there was another one tossed in there, but I don't remember. Man, all I gotta say is I really hope the Chiefs don't have a fire at their new stadium in Kansas City, Kansas, home of the real Kansas City, because their fire department is struggling, according to their fire chief. Their fire chief said that they had so many engines in the shop that they had to use SUVs and a borrowed brush truck to respond to fires. And so, man, hopefully there's no fires at the new home of the Kansas City Chiefs, the real Kansas City in Kansas. But he also has tennis shoes. I don't have tennis shoes. You know what? I bet PJ's has got some weird. Have you ever watched not 2.5 Men? How I Met Your Mother. The guy had the red cowboy boots. I bet PJ's has something similar. Do you walk barefoot? Now I have a pair of. I guess they're considered running shoes? I don't know. I have a pair of work boots, and then I have, like, Hey Dude knockoffs. But none of them are technically tennis shoes. And he buys his shoes from Walmart. I bought mine from my New Balances from an actual, like, shoe store. Okay. Okay. But most of when I'm home, I walk around barefoot. I don't do house shoes like PJ's. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. Does Walmart have anything to do it? Because those aren't. He calls them hiking shoes, but if you bought them from Walmart, they're probably those cheap ass, like $10.99 shoes that I have at Walmart. I bought those once as like a pair of shoes to wear when I go with my dad's to work, because I'm always ruining my clothes. And those they lasted like a week because I was like walked a hole right into it. I was like, these suck. That's what I think about you, JT. I should say your opinion. That kind of hurt a little bit. And I would not pay $100 for a pair of jeans, so. Just saying. So can I really put straw in here? It says straw. I'm going to try it. Oh, you can make silage out of straw. I mean, that's an option. We can fill that up with straw, and then we can fill this up with straw. That thing holds 1,000,000 liters of straw. Dang. What's Walmart have to do with it? What's Walmart but a shitty department store? I shop at Target, the finery department store. I saw a picture today that just made me see how just shitty our Walmarts are here. Someone in the action figure group that I'm in on Facebook posted a picture of what their aisles look like, and everything's neat and zoned properly. There's not like just shit just thrown everywhere. Anytime you go to any Walmarts around here, it is just like they just cracked open the boxes and tossed it on the shelf and just walked off. And I'm just like, where are these Walmarts at that look like this? And can I go? I'm not just talking about for action. I'm talking about period. Because the whole department was just all neatly organized and everything. I was like, I was blown away. I couldn't tell you one time that my Walmart looked anywhere near like that. That hurt. Walmart's the cheapest place to buy groceries around here, so. With how much, okay, I should say, you can find most of everything. Aldi's probably the cheapest, but you can't always find everything you need in Aldi, so you gotta go into Walmart. Because the only other option would be Food Lion. Food Lion's expensive as shit. You could spend $60 and walk out with half a bag. This is like, god damn. I didn't get that damn much. Come to the hometown of Bentonville, Arkansas Walmart. I don't think I'd ever visit Arkansas. What's in Arkansas? No offense. But like what else, what is there in Arkansas to like do? I've seen videos from inside. I used to work at Walmart. I've seen videos of the inside of the Bentonville store, and holy hell, it's nice. But I don't really recall seeing how well they call the zone, where everything's like neatly organized and cleaned and everything. I don't necessarily know how well zoned they are, but the picture this guy posted, like all the boxes were perfectly lined up for like the different toys and everything. Like all the end caps were all nice and neat. I was just like, oh. It was visually pleasing. It was not only was it like I was like, damn, that looks good. Like it was visually pleasing to see everything lined up perfectly and everything. It's like a team of like every single associate that works in that department was like OCD, and everything had to be perfectly straight and everything. That's how nice the shelves were in this store. I was just like, what the hell is going on in mine? Half the shelves are empty, and the ones that are, it's just like I said, it just looks like they just cut open the box, dumped it on the shelf, and walked off. Do, 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 do. Most of the Walmart, especially in Bentonville by the home place, is pretty good. Their layout is pretty decent too. Yeah, because they do all. Doesn't the every time they update like the look of Walmart, like the style, like the overall layout, doesn't Bentonville get it first? So like Bentonville has like it's where they do all their testing and everything for new features at Walmart. Like, isn't that the one where they had the like the frozen food, like the doors had like displays to show what was inside, so you didn't have to like open it to look for it or something like that? I can't remember. And that was like where they first started testing like the furniture displays and stuff like that. That's just now making it out to my Walmart. I really hate that they tore all the tiling and stuff up, and now it's just the concrete floors, because that's not how it was when they poured the concrete floors here. And like there's stuff like you can walk around and see like stuff stuck in the concrete that they just left because they were just gonna put tiles over it. So, and the floors are all beat to hell. I get it's to save money, but it just looks rough. Just rough. Like when they tore up the tiles, the one guy was, what was it? The clams? And he was just tossing the clamshells down into the concrete, so when they ripped up all the tiles, you could see the clamshells still in the concrete. I think it was clay. It was something in a shell. It was some seafood in a shell, because Jim showed me a picture of it. He took a picture of his phone. I think they had to position one of the shelving sections over top of it so that you couldn't see it. I bet Sam Walton does nothing but turn in his grave knowing what Walmart has turned into. Yeah, pretty much. Redneck Gaming 1998. Thank you for being a sponsor now for 16 months. Ultimate Flock member. Take that back. Ultimate Flock member now for 16 months. Much appreciated, sir. And yeah, 100%. Although, at least his kids are keeping the business going. Yes, they're being greedy as business, and that's never what he wanted. But at least they kept the business going. There's a local chain here, pharmacy chain called Happy Harry's, that was competing with Walgreens and Rite Aids. They couldn't compete with it. Like, anywhere a Happy Harry's popped up, Walgreens and Rite Aid were losing business like crazy. And then the guy who started it, Harry, passed away, and he left it to his kid. And what his kid do? Turn around and sold it to Walgreens. His biggest competitor turned around and sold it to Walgreens, and they just shut every single one of them down. I was like, you're an idiot. Your dad set you up a thriving business that is a local chain that's competing with national brands, and you just sell it to the biggest competitor. You're an idiot. Then you have the opposite side of greed, where it's just these kids are literally just milking every last penny out of their customers, which is not what Sam Walton stood for. Treating their employees like shit, and that's not what Sam Walton stood for. I mean, when there's a website called People of Walmart, that would be completely embarrassing. Yeah, but that's not something that the Waltons can control. Look, you put a like a high-end designer store in like BFE, Virginia, you're gonna get rednecks that walk in. All right, in their PJs at all hours of the day. All right. You know, Sam was for the businesses too, and yeah, but he wasn't. He was a lot different than what his kids are today. Like he would probably, unlike Harry, he'd probably like to see his company still thriving and huge, but he wouldn't stand for how his employees are treated these days. Nope, because it would be out of their price range, and most places have dress codes. But you're in BFE, Virginia. If you're gonna survive, you're gonna let those hillbillies in. You're going to let them in. You're going to let them shop. All right? That's Walmart. Walmart has things for all people these days. Like, they're selling, what was it, Reebok they're selling these days? Like, all kinds of people Walmart has stuff for. So when you're gonna get like a nicey uppity neighborhood like PJ's, but you're also gonna have like the inbred hills of like West Virginia. So you're gonna get some characters. And hence why you have people of Walmart. Does that website still exist? I know it existed when I was working there. Because one of the pictures that popped up, I knew right away it was the store I worked at because the door greeter, you could see her in the picture. And he was wearing like... I don't even know how to put it. It was like shitty camo printed like sweater and matching sweatpants. And they were like the pants were like almost like parachute pants, but they were like blown out at the top, and then they got like really skinny and like the shin area. It was really weird. Oh, is this thing full? I should be able to make it. We'll bring the grain wagon over here. So a reverse bell bottoms, pretty much. Now you say that, pretty much. And then they had a picture of Michael Vick in the Seaford Walmart, because he went and talked to the kids at the Seaford High School. I guess they were waiting to see if he went to like the pet food section. Now Sphinx, I'm good, sir. I can't complain. I was just sitting here thinking, like, of all people to come talk to high schoolers, don't think Michael Vick should be at the top of that. Let's, like, invite Aaron Hernandez to come talk to the kids. This was back in the day, though. Like, see, I worked there until 2012. Yeah, it was the year after the youngest one was born. So, I still think if it was a thing sooner, that woman with the freaking pool would have been on there. There was this big ass woman who had like a crop top on and her just massive gut. And I have a gut, but this woman, like, her gut was massive. And one thing about me and my gut, I make sure it's covered when I go out. Like, I don't have it hanging out. I think it's so disgusting when, you know, big people have their gut hanging out the bottom of their shirts. And I make sure I don't do that. I buy longer shirts to make sure that doesn't happen. But she had her gut all hanging out, and she was carrying around one of them plastic kiddie pools. And Jim goes, "What the hell? She knows damn well she's not going to fit in that thing." And I said, fit in it? That's her cereal bowl. And he lost his shit. Put in perspective, her gut was so huge it was taking up like half of the damn kiddie pool. Like, she was a big woman, alright? I'm just kind of shocked that she was actually walking, not in one of those scooters. Then if only video could be submitted, I could have submitted video of a woman tripping over her 24 pack of Mountain Dew to get up and get a frozen meal out of one of them damn scooters. I'm sorry, but being fat is not a disability. If your ass overhangs those chairs, you probably shouldn't. You probably should just walk. All right. If you got a cast on, and you're fat, you get a pass. But if you're just fat and you don't feel like walking, that is not a disability to use a mobile cart. Just saying. Just saying. That was one of the most annoying things working there is 9 times out of 10 you'd walk up to the front of the store and you would see old people, like elderly people with canes and walkers that are waiting for the mobility carts. And like while they're sitting there waiting, people who actually need them, you see 2-ton Tina loading up, you know, all her little W's and her Mountain Dews, just cruising around Walmart because she's too fat to walk. And it's just like, these carts are not designed for you. And those are the people that would take them out in the parking lot and just leave them in the parking lot instead of bringing them back. You know, the old people would actually like drive them back up, whereas the fat asses won't. It was the hardest part about that job because you couldn't say anything to them. The only thing you could say if it was a kid that was like goofing off on one, you could kick them off of it. But big old Bertha, you can't say a word to her. That was the hardest part for me, I should say, is not being able to say anything to these fat asses that. And let me say, I am fat myself, but I walk. All right, I'm not. When I call people fat, it's they deserve it because I'm fat myself. But I don't do that shit. I've never once have I been like, man, I really wish I could just hop on one of those scooters and do all my shopping. Have I thought that? Yes. But have I ever once done it? No. The only time I've ever been on one of those carts is when I had to return them to the front because people would get up and leave them in the middle of the aisle. That's another thing that blows my mind. People who get on them and like they'll go through the front door and then drive back to the automotive and just leave it there. So then there's me walking down the aisle and I see one. I have to go take it up front, or I'd have to like if they take them with the battery died. I have to push it back to electronics and plug it in. And then once it was fully charged, take it back up front. Shoot, most anything will get you disability nowadays. It's crazy. It's crazy. I see people who are capable, able-bodied to work, and they claim that they have a mental disorder that they can't work. It's not that they can't; they just don't want to. So they get disability. Meanwhile, my dad, who literally was in a wheelchair when he first lost his job. He was in a hospital bed, and then he had to go, like, he had to be in a rehab to learn how to walk again. They kept denying his disability till finally all of his doctors got together and wrote notes to the disability office to get him approved. It was all of his doctors were like, yeah, you are disabled. You cannot work. Except for the one doctor who was the doctor we all hated. He was the doctor that gave both my wife and stepmom weird vibes because he was like pushing for them to get a physical in the office. And they're like, we do our physicals with, our other doctor, there's no need for us to do one here. And he kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and it made him feel uncomfortable to where they didn't go back to it to see him ever again. That's the one doctor that held my dad up from getting disability because he kept saying he could work. And it's like, dude's in a wheelchair. Dude's on oxygen. He kind of can't anymore. But these assholes that literally just are capable of working, that just don't feel like it, somehow get disability. Makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. It's like my wife right now, like, we want to get a dog, but we can't out here unless it's a service animal. But my wife has extremely high blood pressure, and one of the factors in that is she has extreme anxiety over certain situations. And one of the things that they write the emotional support animal or whatever is for people for high anxiety. So I told my wife, I said, if you really want a dog, you're the easiest route we have for that right now. So she's gonna go talk to the family doctor and see if the doctor will write her a thing for it. I should change my name to Phoenix Fall and see if I can get disability. Alright, Mr. Phoenix, what is your disability? I'm a Fall. Yep, disabled. Second question. Do you live with your parents? No. I don't know if you're a Fall or not. Do you like trains? Well, yeah, steam trains. Okay, you're back in the Fall category. Do you like chickens? To eat them, I don't particularly care for them as a pet. You're not feeling too much Fall to me right now. How many nipples do you have? 2. Now you're disqualified for a Fall. You're not an actual Fall, sir. Nice try. How many fields of wheat do you have there, Fiends? So I did 6 already. I did 38. I'm working on 5. I did 8. So we have 5, 3, 9, then 32 and 34 left. Holy shit, look at 19. Oh, look at 18. Oh my god, these are some big fields. We don't own the top half yet. That's what I said. I wish PJs would let me. Maybe I just do it without his permission. Just surprise him one day. And he comes in and he's like, oh, this is so nice. Wait a minute. You can get straw from soybeans? Has that always been like that? Or is that just this map? I'm not crazy, am I? It was canola, soybeans you don't get straw from. He's not dropping straw, is he? This combination bugs the living daylights out of me. You can get... Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a lot of straw. I didn't realize you were dropping straw from soybeans. I thought it was another like wheat field or something. And I just like, wait a minute, that field was soybeans. How's he dropping straw? Does it actually count as straw? It's not like soybean straw or anything. It's actual straw, right? So like we don't need anything special to use that, right? Shut up. Shut the front door. Somebody released a Sudbury, Ontario map. Shut the front door. How accurate is this? Well, it's got Timmy H's, so it's got to be accurate. We'll download that. As a huge Letterkenny / Shorzy fan, that was an instant download for me. We have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't own this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sir, that's 8, not 10. We don't own this upper half here. Well, like I said, the food mixer, which I can... Well, we don't have that money right now. I'd say fill the food mixer, fill the silage, the... the fermenting silo / grass dryer with it. Make straw silage, and then we fill this up. That's 1 million. That's 1.4 liters right there, and then we just sell the rest and get some money off of it. It ain't gonna be much, but it's past. Oh yeah, this is past midnight. Jesse's like, take it home, sir. All right, well, that's gonna do it for me for tonight. So if you guys did enjoy the stream, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Simulator 25 Phoenix moments live streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. I will be here sometime tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time, but sometime tomorrow I'll be doing some ATS, and then if JT's around, he said something about doing some GTA. So I'll be here at some point tomorrow. But if you guys do want to be notified whenever I do go live, upload a video, click that notification bell. And as always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.